have this kind of dislike for holding microphones. I like to hear my natural voice. But let me follow what everyone has been doing. That was a good one by Mr. Mulade and a wonderful piece by Kemi Ladipo. I actually enjoyed that. Yes, so my name is Toluse Francis, and we're looking at eradicating the killer syndrome. And this killer syndrome that we're talking about is depression and suicide. So if I may ask us in the house, what do you understand depression to mean? Anybody? I'm sure we use that word a lot. This person is depressed, that situation is depressing, depression is everywhere. I just became depressed when I heard that thing. When I saw my result, I became depressed. When she said that to me, oh no, I just went low, this, that, you know. So can we just share? There is no right answer, there is no wrong answer. Anybody? All right. Is there another microphone for her? Yes. Okay, please. I have like 2 hands there. So there are like 2 hands there. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the depressed is extremely sad. Who else? All right, there's a hand in front here.
Yeah, to me, I can say depression is an emotional imbalance.
Emotional imbalance. All right. Any other person? Okay.
Depression is a mental state that makes one sad, make one go back to their shell, especially if it's an outspoken person, make people act in a very funny way that they wouldn't act on a normal day.
All right. Thank you for that as well. Okay. So at what point can you say that someone is depressed? Now, I'm usually taken aback when people use that word, and I'm usually curious to know what they intended by the use of that word when they say, I became depressed or I was depressed. Now, a state of consistent sadness over a period of weeks is what is classified as depression. Consistent sadness over a period of weeks, usually between 2 to 4 weeks. Now, by consistent sadness, that means this person every day experiences this level of sadness, irrespective of the environment, irrespective of what is happening to that person. Now, this is because there's what is called seasonal affective disorder, and that's what sometimes is classified as situational depression, in which the reason why that person is undergoing or experiencing that depressive mood is because of what is happening at that point in time. Maybe something happened at school or in class and you are left in a low state. It is possible for that person to come and say, today's class or that man did something to me and I'm just depressed. But check out that person in the next 2-3 minutes or 1 hour, the person may be back to life and bubbling. Are we together? So that means that that person was depressed because of a situation at that point in time. A change of that situation would amount to that person coming back to his or her normal state. Yeah. But in a situation where, irrespective of what is happening, irrespective of what that person is going through, that sadness remains. All right. And then certain characteristics of depression now comes in. Now, depression can be of 2 extremes. You have a person who is depressed and is in low mood, low feeling, a downward state of mind. You could also have someone who is depressed and is not even evident because that person is in high spirits when the person is out of that environment. Okay. Now, you begin to look at it, that what are some of the things that may bring about this depression. The average age of the undergraduate students in Nigeria and the world global is between 15 and 24 or 26, as the case may be. Few instances, you have people who are 25 and above who are still within the school system, especially for their first degree. Now, in human growth, biologically, the transition from adolescence to adulthood is usually challenging. It's only challenging because it's at that point that you begin to form from being a teenager, from being a child. Adolescence starts from 10. From 10, that person is an adolescent stage. It's classified as adolescent. So there's this confusion. So the child of 10 is moving into being a teenager. So there's still that confusion of, am I a child? Am I a semi-adult? Am I a teenager? And then the teenager who is moving from teenage, which is from 19 to adulthood, is at that state of, look, I'm no longer a child, don't call me a child, I am now an adult. And so there's this state of, who am I? What do I want to become? What exactly is my identity? Who do people say that I am? And then there is this battle within that this person begins to face. Now, this war sometimes is being pushed out there in the way people react to the society and the way they respond to situations around them. Now, merge all these internal struggles and internal troubles together, and then this person now has to face the school environment. School pushes you left, right, and center. This course is tough. This lecturer doesn't talk well. I'm finding it difficult to understand this course. The hostel is not conducive. My roommate is just something else. I'm not getting good food in this area. For freshers, this environment is new to me, and they are trying to cope with life. And the truth about life is, as we grow, we'll have reasons to change the environment, we'll have reasons to change people that we meet, we'll have reasons to change even the way that we dress sometimes. You will want to agree with me that for majority of us here, the way you dress right now isn't the way you were dressing when you were in secondary school. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, what do you think led to that? Number one is self-awareness. As you grow, as you transit from that stage of adolescence into adulthood, you begin to become more conscious and more aware of yourself. You begin to become more conscious of how you want people to address you. And of course, most importantly, you begin to become more conscious of the opposite sex. And so sometimes your dressing is influenced by how you want to be addressed, if not all the time. Same way how you walk and all that. Now, finding yourself in an academic environment begins to ask you certain questions about your life values. Who exactly are you? And so the question of self-esteem and self-identity begins to stare at you in the face. Are you the course you're studying, or are you that person irrespective of the course that you're currently studying? And if at any point in time something happens that questions who you think you have been before, it throws you back to the wall and tells you, you see, all those things that I've been saying, now this is the real life. Oh yeah, show yourself. Tell them the truth. Who exactly do you think you are? And so if before you got in there, you have been struggling with identity, you're not so sure of who you are, rather you have been living on the basis of who people say that you are, and then you get to that point, and it becomes a question of who are you, and you begin to mix it with what exactly am I? And because sometimes the fear of what will people say when I tell them about this holds us down and pins us to the ground or wherever we find ourselves, and we find it difficult to express who we really are. And that is why people may live a different life at school,